much as it was last week. Cloudy for many of us, largely dry, but there will be some sunshine as we head through the week. All the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain. Good morning to you. A new week, but not new weather. It is the same old, same old. High pressure sits close by, keeping weather fronts at bay for most of the week. One moves through midweek, bringing the chance of rain. But for most of us, it's largely dry this week. It stays fairly cloudy. But some hints that by the end of the week, we could see some wetter weather arriving through more northern areas. But this is how it's looking for today. Lots of cloud, some rain in the far north, limited amounts of brightness, most of them developing in the east. So this morning we start off with a fair bit of cloud. It's frost-free because we haven't got the cloudy skies, but still fairly chilly. Temperatures starting at 2 or 3 degrees for many of us. But as we head through the day, we keep these grey skies for the most part. A few breaks developing through parts of Wales, northeast England, northeastern areas of Scotland. Breezy for the far north of Scotland with some outbreaks of rain. Showers across Shetland, but for most places it's dry today. Disappointingly cool because of the grey skies in the south, and it's a rinse repeat yet again overnight tonight into tomorrow. Barely. There's going to be little change in the weather for much of the week. In fact, pretty much compared to where it was last week. We have high pressure dominating. It's that keeps weather fronts at bay. It keeps us settled. It means the weather doesn't change much. One moves through midweek, bringing some rain, but by and large, the outlook remains dry before we see the chance of some wet weather through northern areas as we head into the weekend. But for today, what does it mean? It means it's mostly dry. There'll still be a lot of cloud around, some rain in the far north and limited amounts of sunshine. But yes, first thing this morning, it was chilly. A lot of cloud around. Normally, cloud keeps us quite high with our temperatures, but temperatures for southern areas, 1 or 2 degrees, 6 or 7 with the thicker cloud further north. And as we head through the day after this grey leaden start, very little in the way of brightness. Some glimmers of sunshine through Wales, northeastern areas of England, eastern Scotland. Best chance of picking up some sunshine today. Breezy for the northwest of Scotland, outbreaks of rain here, but elsewhere it's largely dry. Milder in the north, so 10, maybe 11 degrees our top temperature in Scotland, but with the cloudy skies in the south, 4 or 5 degrees, so a chilly day to come. Without that sunshine, the temperatures really struggle to rise. So let's take a look at our 7-day outlook then, where our weekend is always in view, and this is our chance to see the trend for the weather for where you are this week. So for northern areas, that's Scotland, Northern Ireland and northern areas of England, temperature-wise, we should sit around about 7, 8 degrees for the time of year, and we're just perhaps a little above average. But looking at our percentage chance of rainfall, thanks to our high pressure staying with us, it's relatively low for the next few days. As that weather front moves through on Wednesday, we see the return of wet weather. That clears away and then slowly it turns drier by Friday before weather fronts battle in as we head through the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, it turns much wetter. That's the first spell of rain that many of us have seen for quite a long time, actually. So let's look at our fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days. Looking at, first of all, this is our trend. So temperature-wise, we should be around about 7 degrees for the time of year. With the cloudy skies for the next few days, it remains cool, but we can slowly see a climb in our temperatures as we head through the end of the week and on into the weekend. And that is because we see a shift in our wind direction. It's more of a northerly through the next few days with those cloudy skies. By the end of the week and into the weekend, we start to see things shifting to a southwesterly, and that means those temperatures recover. But you can see there is a lot of cloud in our forecast as we head through this coming week, but it remains largely dry. So percentage chance of rainfall for southern areas, relatively low for the next few days. But there's hints that those weather fronts will battle through and return. So into the weekend is a story of sunny spells and some scattered showers. But we will end the month of January pretty much as it's been throughout, largely dry and largely cloudy. Well, where the sunshine comes out, it will warm up nicely, but for many of us, it stays cool and cloudy. And in fact, that's how it is for much of this week. Why? High pressure is with us, much like it was last week, and it's just like a force field. It keeps these weather fronts at bay. One makes progress midweek, bringing some rain, not very much, but hints that we'll see more progress of weather fronts through northern areas by the end of the week and on into the weekend. But for today, a lot of cloud around, much like it was last week. Lots of dry weather, some rain in Scotland. and limited amounts of sunshine. But where we get the sun coming out, that's when those temperatures look set to climb. First thing, cloudy skies. But despite the cloud, temperatures have still fallen close to freezing for some southern areas. So a chilly start, but holding up at 8 or 9 degrees to start for Scotland. And as we head through the day, yes, it stays pretty grey with these leaden skies, limited amounts of brightness for western parts of Wales, northeast England, eastern Scotland. We could get to a 10, 11 degrees there today, but staying cool and grey, 4 or 5 degrees through the Midlands. Morning to you. The weather this week, much as it was last week, largely settled, largely dry and very cloudy. But today, there will be some glimmers of brightness around, but they'll be short-lived. First thing, it's chilly for central areas of England. Temperatures just 1 or 2 degrees to start, despite it being cloudy, which usually keeps in the heat and holds up those temperatures. Some patchy rain for northwest Scotland, a few showers for the Northern Isles, but elsewhere it's largely dry. Staying cold for central areas, 4 or 5 degrees. Glimmers of sunshine, western Scotland, northeast England, eastern Scotland, where we could get to 11 degrees today. Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. New week, but no new weather. It's the same old, cloudy grey skies, overcast for many of us, limited amounts of brightness and a little bit of rain, chiefly for the next few days for the northwest of Scotland. But this is how it looks first thing this morning, cloudy and largely dry. A cool, chilly start for southern areas, but a mild one further north. And as we head through the day, we stick with the clouds. Some sunny spells for western areas of Wales, northeast England, eastern Scotland. We could get to 11 degrees here, but staying at 4 or 5 with the grey skies in the Midlands.
Good morning, Britain.